What's going on, everybody? Mr. Nomad Ben. So today's adventure, we're going to go downtown Dalton, check out an old historical train car, and perhaps grab a quick pint at the brewery since it's been closed for a majority of the pandemic, but it's finally open. But it's going to close again in less than an hour, so we're going to grab a quick pint, head back to my homestead, and kind of chill. And perhaps you might join me for dinner. And here we go. All aboard the Pet Jet! Because of the pandemic, it's been a while since I got to support my local brewery here in Dalton, Georgia. But it's good to know that it's open, and I cannot wait to check out and see what the restrictions are and what I can do to go back to support them. But also, most importantly, to enjoy a good beer once again. Well, according to the Dalton Brewing Company, on Google hours, it says it's open till 7 p.m. Well, here's the brewing company right over here, but it's closed. Well, as much as I'm bummed out about not getting me a local beer, I'll come back again another time because it is an experience and it's a great way to support this amazing small town. So I'll come back to this brewery once it's open and when I have some time. But we're in downtown Dalton, and I'll kind of show you what's actually around this street. We're on King Street right now. I'll kind of show you what's going on. And there's some establishments here that I'll get some shots of. I plan on doing reviews, either photosodes for my Instagram show or on YouTube. Really depends on what I decide to do. But also, there's also a segment I would love to do when I do a downtown Dalton episode. And I'll kind of give you guys a sneak peek on this particular episode of what I'm going to do. So, right now, let's just kind of see what's on King Street. And hey, let's do some peacock hunting. Well, here is King Street in downtown Dalton. Right ahead of us is historical Whitfield County Courthouse. And here is just the street here with some historical buildings and company buildings. We got ourselves a restaurant called Something Southern. I'm assuming it's going to be a Southern style restaurant. I have yet to try this place because over here is a local brewery, and I've been over here dozens of times with Lindsay and my friends, and even by myself. You know, we got another building over here, and on this side over here, this place called Ann's Attic. I'm assuming it's actually an antique place, but it looks like they already got some Christmas stuff set up. And then there's Dalton Nutrition, who I follow on my Instagram, and I would love to check out this establishment. If you guys are tea fans, they do a lot of teas here, so I cannot wait to try me a good tea here. They got craft teas and drinks, so it would be pretty awesome. And there's another building over here. But like I said, let's go peacock hunting. I see ourselves a peacock. Well, like I said before, because the brewery's closed, we're going to do a little peacock hunting. So I found us a peacock right here. I forget why the peacock is so important to the people of Dalton, but perhaps I'll do a little research, and at the end of the video, I'll kind of explain it. So let's go check out this peacock right here. So this is a Main Street, Wall Street peacock. And the peacock has some designs on it. Let's kind of check out the design of the peacock. Oh, so it's got a bull and bears on it. So kind of the important animal symbols in the Wall Street markets. So the bull and bears. And then it's by an artist under the name Dr. Karen Hyde. It says Peacocks on Parade 2012 IRA adopted by R. Lynette Laughter, Miller T. Jones III, Laughter and Jones Financial Management, artist Dr. Karen Hyde. This is Peacock on Parade 2012 IRA adopted by R. Lynette Laughter, Miller T. Jones III, Laughter and Jones Financial Management. This is done by artist Dr. Karen Hyde. So this is the Wall Street Peacock. Even has little questions on it too. Why do I need a financial advisor? Do I need financial planner? Is my state going to be taxable? What is the best way to save for college? So there's a whole bunch of questions that you might have. So this Peacock could be able to help you answer those questions, or at least come up with some questions. When can I retire? Wall Street Peacock, everybody. So I forgot to mention, right over that direction, this way, it's called the Dalton Depot. And what's the purpose of that place? It used to be an old train station back in the day, and it became a restaurant, but eventually the restaurant went under, so they're waiting for people to either purchase this building or do something with it. But I've eaten there before. It's pretty good food back in the day. But what we got here, is this another Peacock? Well, what do you know? It really is another Peacock. And it looks like it's themed the Nutcracker Peacock. Beautiful design of this Peacock. Of course, you got the Nutcracker, the angel, the girl, and the Nutcracker. You got the big Christmas tree, the dancing ladies. A guy that looks like Jack Lemmon from the movie The Great Race. Very classic 1960s movie. It's one of my favorites, actually. A little mirror, so hello, everybody. Some ballerinas, toy soldiers. I don't know if that's appropriate to put on a peacock, a lady showing off her fishnet legs. But this is the Nutcracker Peacock. And here is the artists who've done this. Peacocks on Parade 2012, celebrating 20 years of Nutcracker, adopted by Dalton Arts Project, Toys in the Attic. Artist Paula Plott Gregg. And here is the back of the Peacock. That is some pretty cool stuff right here. And I can confirm that Nutcracker has been around the city of Dalton for a very long time, because my wife Lindsay has been doing Nutcracker shows ever since she was a little girl. But of course she hasn't done some in a good amount of years, but she's been doing shows when she was a little girl up to probably maybe middle school age. She could probably correct me later on that, but she did the Nutcracker show for quite a while. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, let's go to the old train track real quickly. Look, another Peacock. Well, I arrived where the old train car used to be, but we got an actual train that's coming by. Here's another old train station here in the town, but it's now a visitor center. I'll take you guys over there in a little bit. But these little plaques here are actually the history of downtown Dalton and the carpet mill industry. I'll get some shots of this. If you guys are interested in reading, I'll put a 5-second time frame, pause the video, and then read the history if you're interested. If not, you can just fast forward and check out more of the blog. And these are locations of carpet plants throughout Dalton here. Well, here, my friends, is the old train car. The Crescent City train car, to be exact. And Crescent City is actually right over here. It's a very old tavern here in Dalton. So a little bit of history in this old little tavern. And perhaps one day I will come back and have a pint of beer here and kind of review of food here. Because I've had a burger here before. It was pretty good. I'd like to come back and have another one. And look what I found here. Another Peacock. So we got this design of Peacock. Covered in flowers. Looks like you got a little weather damage on this particular Peacock. But here's the sign here. The Peacock's on Parade 2012. The Peacock's name is Pearl. Adopted by the Dalton Whitfield Regional Solid Waste Management Authority. And the artists want to keep Dalton Whitfield beautiful and keep Dalton Whitfield beautiful volunteers. So I guess the artists want to keep their names anonymous. Okay, so let's go check out the train car real quickly. Southern Crescent City train. And we got ourselves a little history of the train right over here. Help rehabilitate the Crescent City. So here's what it looks like in the inside. The before and after and refurbishments. And before and after, what it looked like before things are kind of remodeled around the area. And of course, you could always donate to continue to keep the refurbishments about on this old train car. All aboard! And I'm no train engineer, but just look at the magnitude of these train wheels and the springs and what powers this baby. Oh man. There are some tracks. So this building over here is the Dalton Distillery, where they make some moonshine here. I've had some moonshine here by the Dalton Distillery, but I hope to come back to do a tour here one day and perhaps do a little show or some kind of photo shoot here too. I've always appreciated the artwork on the Dalton Distillery. So another time we'll come here. Well, like I said, I was kind of bumming that we didn't get that beer today at the local brewery. And there's another brewery here in town, the Cherokee Brewing Company, and they actually make some amazing pizza. So I plan on coming back to eat some pizza and wings with either Lindsay or a couple of my good buddies, and eat some pizza and wings and enjoy some local brewed beer by them. But they also support the Dalton Brewing Company as well. So they kind of look out for each other, even though they're competitors. But yeah, I can't wait to drink local once again. That's here in Dalton. So I'll head back to my homestead, get dinner whipped up, and enjoy a couple of fall beers, and have me an old Oktoberfest kind of meal today, even though it ended about a month ago. Okay, so now we're back at the homestead. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some dinner started and drink a couple of them fall beers. So I did a little reading before I filmed this part of the segment of the show. So what's the point of those peacocks in the city of Dalton? According to what I've read, the Parade of Peacocks 2012 was kind of a rebranding of the city of Dalton. They wanted to bring more things to kind of look at when you walk around the city. They also wanted to call the downtown Dalton area called Peacock Alley. So it's kind of a cool rebranding of the city, other than just being just a carpet town, but it's a peacock town to go check out when you're walking around downtown. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's go drink some beer. So I got this glass at Epcot at the German Pavilion when I was 21 years old, because I learned at an Oktoberfest they enjoy drinking out of glass boots. So I got me a Das Boot with the German shield on it. So I'm pretty excited to have me an Oktoberfest out of this mug once again. It's a yearly tradition. Alright, so I got my Das Boot ready, and my first beer I'm going to have to go with my meal tonight. It's a Paulaner Hefeweizen wheat beer. So it's brewed in New York, White Plains, New York to be exact, but this is supposed to be an authentic German Oktoberfest kind of drinking beer. So let's go give it a taste test. Ooh, the head's popping up out of this one. Ooh boy. Look at that gold body to it. A very heady beer, but it's coming from the tip of the boot, making its way back up. But I know the trick if you are going to go do some drinking or have a little drinking games using this boot. You have to drink it a certain way and tilt the boot, because if you don't do it, the air pocket's going to splash beer in your face and you lose the game. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and try out the beer. This beer is very delicious. It's weedy, but it kind of has a somewhat of a citrus taste, but this beer is a very delicious beer. And of course, it's a little heady, so that doesn't always help. Alright, let's go check on the food. Well, I got myself some homemade beer cheese soup. Looks like it is basically ready. I just gotta wait a little longer till the brats and hot dogs are ready. Well, the dogs and brats are about to finish, but I am going to save the best for last. A Samuel Adams Oktoberfest beer to go with my meal. Well, they are looking pretty good. I think it's time to go ahead and fix me the meal. And here is the finishing product, my friends. Brats, Oktoberfest beer, and beer cheese soup. Bon appetit. Very good. Well, my friends, that's going to conclude today's video. If you like this particular video, give it a thumbs up. It shows that you cared and you enjoyed yourself. If you want to check out more of my adventures of food reviews, drink reviews of other places I go to that's not on my YouTube channel, check out my Instagram, Mr. NomadBed23. The link is in the description below. Other than that, my friends, I'll see you guys in the next video. Sayonara. Have a wonderful day.